Learning mitzvos in action with Torah-Box. After cleaning the house, car, and office, we need to carefully check by candlelight to make sure there is no chametz left. Chametz is any food made out of wheat, barley, oats, spelt or rye, and which has fermented. We have to be particularly mindful in doing this mitzvah as it symbolizes the constant search for our own flaws and ways to improve them. The chametz we own and would like to keep must be sold to a non-Jew. This process is usually done through a rabbi. During Pesach, the place where the chametz we sold is stored should be inaccessible. In case of an emergency, one must contact a rabbi before accessing the space. Though it is possible to include any kind of chametz in the sale, it is preferable to get rid of anything considered chametz gamul, that is, made from fermented grains, such as baked goods or whiskey, before Pesach, unless its quantity is large and may cause financial loss. Once all the chametz has been sold and the house thoroughly cleaned, we must perform a ritual search to ensure there is no chametz left. 30 minutes before the search, the head of the family who is bound by the mitzvah needs to refrain from starting any work unrelated to the search to avoid forgetting this mitzvah. It is forbidden to eat more than 1.7 ounces of bread or cake. Fruits, vegetables, meat, and fish can be eaten without restriction. According to the Kabbalah, one should place 10 pieces around the house in obvious places where they can later be easily found. The locations where the pieces were left should be noted so they are not forgotten. On the evening before Pesach, one should first pray Ma'ariv and then start the search for chametz afterwards. Before starting the search, the following blessing is recited. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kideshanu b'mitzvotav vetzivanu al bi'ur chametz. Blessed are you, Lord, our God, King of the universe, who has sanctified us with his commandments and commanded us concerning the removal of chametz. One should not speak between the blessing and the beginning of the search, even concerning the search itself. The head of the family, along with the other members of the household, check every corner of the house where chametz could have fallen. They look under wardrobes and couches, around kitchen facilities, and even search balconies for any piece of chametz which may have been missed while cleaning. The search should be done with a candle, but if none is available, a flashlight could also be used. It is not mandatory to turn off the house lights. If there are small children in the house, one should be extra careful to check their beds, bags, books, and the pockets of their clothing. Any piece of chametz found must be placed out of children's reach in order to be burned the next morning. At the end of the search, one has to nullify or disown all the chametz in the house in case they missed anything. It is prohibited to speak before reciting the so-called bitul or nullification. For the nullification of the chametz, say, Kol chamira de'ika birshuti de la chazite u de la be'arte liftil veleheve ke'afra de'ara. All leaven and anything leavened that is in my possession, whether I have seen it or not, whether I have observed it or not, whether I have removed it or not, shall be considered nullified and ownerless as the dust of the earth. On the morning of the 14th of Nisan, chametz may only be eaten up to a few hours after sunrise, and all the chametz has to be burned shortly thereafter. The specific hour for each appears on every calendar. After burning the chametz, it is mandatory to recite the nullification blessing. Kol chamira de'ika birshuti dechazite o de la chazite debi'arte o de la bi'arte liftil veleve ke'afra de'ara. All leaven or anything leavened which is in my possession, which I have neither seen nor removed, and about which I am unaware, shall be considered nullified and ownerless as the dust of the earth. If one travels during Pesach and is certain neither they nor anyone else will dwell in their house, they can lock their house and sell all the chametz in it through a rabbi. Needless to say that one must do the bedikat chametz in whatever other home or hotel room they will be staying during the holiday, unless those in charge have already taken care of it. Beware, even if you are not home during Pesach, you have the obligation to recite the nullification blessing, whether it is during the evening or the next morning before the prescribed time, to ensure all chametz is indeed nullified.